So when you're talking about there's different ways to invest in RV parks, you're absolutely right. And so one of the biggest misconceptions are that RV parks and mobile home parks are the same thing. They kind of interchange the words with trailer park, mobile home park, affordable housing, mixed with RV parks and campgrounds. All these things kind of get grouped in the same thing, and they're very, very different. Mobile home parks are usually affordable housing, and large investors, institutional investors, want to just own the land and have all what you call tenant-owned homes, as opposed to park-owned homes, which is meaning like you own both the land and the structure, like you were talking about. So my mobile home parks, I like having park-owned homes and the land, because I can rent them out on Section 8. So if I own the lot itself, the land, and the mobile home, I can rent those out for $1,200 to $1,400 a month on Section 8, which is awesome. Those larger institutional investors don't want to do that because they don't want the maintenance that's involved in all of that. They're used to the passive mailbox money of just owning the land, which makes sense. But where I already own multifamily and have a team in place, it's no big deal to us to have those maintenance calls and things like that. It doesn't bother us. Now, when you transition over to RV parks, you've really got a couple different types of parks. So you've got long-term RV parks, which are affordable housing and very similar to the mobile home parks that we just talked about. But typically the owners don't own the campgrounds. They own the campers. They just own the land. And the difference in a campground is they're upkeeping some other structures. They're going to have bathhouses they're keeping up with. There's typically an office or a check-in building. Oftentimes they have swimming pools and all these different amenities that they're keeping up in addition to that. But those are long-term, usually affordable housing. There's some really nice ones in Florida and California and Arizona that are more like retirement communities, and they're beautiful with sidewalks and great landscaping and really nice places to live. So they're not the same stigma as some of the more rundown ones that people think of. Then you've got short-term parks, which are literally like running a resort. People's average stay is 3 days. They're on vacation. It's usually families. And those parks have more than 10 streams of income. It's a different form of real estate because you're running an active business with a ton of employees and all kinds of stuff going on, kind of like running a resort. Then you've got some stuff in between that have long-term and short-term mixed together. You got seasonal parks, you got man camps. There's all different niches within this niche.